Going live, y'all. I'm on live. Y'all come on in. I'm live. Y'all announce what city and state you're coming in from. Come on in. What city and state? What city and state? Tulsa, Oklahoma. Show the Glover. Show the grower. I'm sorry. Show the grower. Welcome. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. How's the weather out there in Tulsa? Cool, cool, cool. Just want to come in and get some knowledge. That's good. That's good. What's going on, Mr. Parker? How you doing out there in Philly? Yes, Patreon is still active. If you want to become a VIP, one-on-one client of mine, go to Dookie Chronicles, the Dookie patreon.com/the Dookie Chronicles. Patreon.com/Dookie Chronicles. I'll post it in the chat. You want one-on-one, just go to patreon.com/Dookie Chronicles and sign up for the VIP. Jam Pro South Carolina, how y'all doing? Freestyle 72, how you doing? If you guys have any questions, start leaving some questions in the chat. Need a one-on-one with me? Go to patreon.com/the Dookie Chronicles. Sign up for our VIP one-on-one coaching. Or you want to schedule a Zoom call, leave me an email at Wealth Creations United. How's my wig look? Howdy. How's my wig look? Let me know where you guys are chiming in from. What city and state? Victor Soto, how's everything? Just started Jam Pro, 15,000. Okay. Victor, let me know what city and state you're trying. Allentown, PA. Hey man, you and Mr. Parker need to get together. Y'all both out of Pennsylvania. Well, y'all can share some Jam Pro experience out there. Dallas, Texas. So I'm gonna go over Mr. Parker's story today. Mr. Parker called me. He's one of my VIP clients. He's just getting started with Jam Pro. Hasn't even started the training class yet. Been offered a spectacular contract. And a spectacular contract. Yeah, I'll share stories with you, Mr. Parker. But we're gonna go into your story because I think your story, you have an amazing story right now. So I'm gonna share the contract that you just received, and we're gonna go over your contract. Because I think it was an amazing story, man. I think it's amazing. Victor Soto, say you have two small accounts. You put down 15,000. Well, my motto, Mr. Victor Soto, I tell a lot of people don't invest that type of money in getting started with Jam Pro because you don't know when you're going to get those contracts. Always start at the smallest tier and work your way up. That will ensure that if you don't like the business, you didn't invest a whole lot of money into it to get started. So that's been what I preach to all my clients. Start small, work your way up. It's not an overnight success story. 6 months into the game, you might not want to do this business, and you've invested 15,000. So I wouldn't suggest putting that type of money into it until I build my business slowly. I wouldn't invest 15,000 out the gate because there's a lot of unanswered questions. So you want to know how the system works. You want to know if you're going to even like cleaning. You want to know even if you can find employees. Are you planning on doing this full time? How's your payroll looking? How's your cash flow looking? Because you have to put 60 days in the hole. So if you plan on taking on employees, remember you got to put 60 days in the hole. That 15,000 can go towards payroll. I wouldn't invest that type of money getting started unless you just have that business. So, or it may take 6 to 8 weeks before you receive all those contracts. So it just depends. Yeah, see, yeah. So that's the thing about investing large sums of money because Jam Pro they have a period of time to fulfill all those contracts to you. So you're looking to employ people and you're waiting on Jam Pro to get you contracts. So that's just something that we've learned. Our master franchise owner always told us to, even though we had a lot of money to invest, he told us, hey, start small and grow your business organically. Small, crawl before you walk. That's my motto. Crawl before you walk. Walk before you run. But trust me, it won't take that long in Jam Pro if you do it right and treat your customers right. It won't take that long. Man, Mr. Parker, man, thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your story. We're gonna get into your story now. So Brian, he's one of my one-on-one clients out of actually out of New Jersey, but works out of Pennsylvania. He called me today and said, "Hey, they offered me a contract, and it's a pretty good contract." And so he sent me the copy of the contract. So he bought in at the smallest tier. He bought in at the 25-20 tier. And upon him not even starting his class, he was offered a contract that was bringing in $2,850 a month. So he took it. He's been working it for the last 4 days. The contract is 2 man hours a night. I think he said 5 days a week. So it happened to be a transfer from someone else. Someone else couldn't manage the business, so they ended up transferring it to him. So it's like I said, it's $2,850 a night. Oh, it's 7 days a week. I'm sorry, 7 days a week, 2 hours a night. So he's spending 2 hours a night, 7 days a week to work this account. The account is a nice account. He has a 3 times multiplier on this account. So the 3 times multiplier on this account, you know, he may pay about $1,000 in franchise fees and finance fees. He's still profiting almost $1,800 a month after he pays JanPro, and he's working this account by himself because it's only 2 hours a night. So he's cash flowing $1,700 a month. Now, when he pays when he pays that contract in full, he'll be cash flowing over $2,000 a month with this contract. Only 2 hours a night, 2.5 hours, I believe. I think he said he's gotten it down to. So that's what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes JanPro will come and get you a contract. You just got to be ready to rock and roll and get started. He got him a good contract. That is an awesome contract. Just going off of the numbers, it's a great contract for 2.5 man hours a night for 7 days a week and bringing in $2,850 a month. It's a great contract. Yeah, Victor, be patient, man. That's why I say maybe Mr. Parker can leave you his contact information since you guys are in the same state. Maybe he can leave you his contact information and y'all can get on the horn and feed off of each other because y'all both in that same state. That's a great contract, Brian. I am so happy for you, man. You haven't even went through your training class, and you're already working the JanPro contract. So that is awesome, man. That is awesome, and I tell you, it's a lot of. I'll tell you this story. So we had an offer. Like I said, it was after we got our initial contract, we received another contract less than 2 weeks. And it was 5 days a week. It's 5 days a week. It's 3.5 man hours a night. And it's paying roughly $3,038. I want to say it's $3,038. $3,038 or $3,078, one of the two. But it's paying that monthly. So me and my wife, we started working that account. We worked that account ourselves. It's only 2.5 to 3 hours a night. And it's a great contract. It's a great contract. And we were just 2 weeks into the business, you know? So those contracts exist. I mean, and once you start growing, you'll start getting those bigger contracts. You'll start seeing larger contracts like your $6,000 a month contract, you know, a bunch of $2,500, $2,800 contracts. You'll get them. But this, like I said at the beginning, it's a filling out period with JanPro. They want to fill you out. They want to see what kind of customer service you give. And oh, cool. You guys are an hour away from each other. That's awesome. That is awesome. But Oh, here go another one. Clemson, out of Clemson, Carolina. It's been with Jan Pro for a year. Mr. Freestyle 72. Invested 20K. Got his contract in full in 3 months. Hey, some Jan Pro offices work fast, man. Some Jan Pro offices take their time. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. So let me ask you, are you still working at Michelin, or do you have someone running your Jan Pro business? Mr. Freestyle 72. Are you still working full time, or you working your cleaning business full time? Let me know. Yeah, Victor, that's good, man. That's good. You're getting good feedback. Now, let me ask you, Victor, are you doing walkthroughs? When you do your walkthrough with your clients, are you engaging the pain points? Are you seeing what the last previous cleaning company didn't do? What was their pet peeves? Are you asking them that? Are you asking them that? Always find out what the client's pet peeves are. That way you'll know what their pain points are. That way you can fulfill those first when you take over the contract. Make sure you stay on top of that. So that may be something that you need to ask as well to get good feedback from them, just to make sure that you're staying on top of anything that they didn't like with the last cleaning company. This is something that you could be a make special attention, pay special attention to when you're cleaning their facility. Anybody has any questions? Anybody have any questions for me? This is your opportunity to ask me any question about building your Jan Pro business. Welcome, Gerald, out of the Bronx. Welcome, man. We need to get on Zoom, Gerald. We need to get on Zoom. You got a story to tell up there in New York. Okay. So you're GM at FedEx. So you were checking behind the Jan Pro, huh? Okay. So now that's a good tool to use in your toolbox. No, Brian, I'm still an LLC, man. Like I said, when you start delving into S corps, and then you having to set up corporations, have company meetings, have a board, and taking minutes and stuff of that nature. This is strictly passive for me. I don't want it to be to where I'm having to come in and sit at a table and all that. So it's strictly in the LLC. Now I may end up having an umbrella to where I'm putting all my LLCs under an umbrella and then just have that running through my S corp at a later date. May 25th is your last day of work or your last day of Jan Pro? Oh man, Brian, I got a lot of stories to tell, man. I mean, with this business, it's not about how I built the business because the business just grew itself. But going through going through contractors and employees was I got some stories to tell about them, you know. You have to go through them. I'm trying to tell you. We've had all kinds. We've had we've had our share of employees. There's no doubt about that. So you know, we've had a bunch of no shows. We've had people steal time. That's what you get when you run a business, man. You know you think somebody clocking in and they're not there. They'll log in and say that they're at work, but then when you happen to come by the facility or the building, they're not there. You got people being intoxicated at work. You know, we've had all kinds. We've had medical emergencies on the job. With we've had all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, we've seen a lot dealing with people. We've seen a lot in our business. Um, but no, growing the business, it's just been smooth sailing. I mean, a lot of stuff we turned down. Like I said, today we just got offered. Well, in the past couple of days, we got offered 2 contracts. Today we just got offered another contract. Was a terrible contract. Was 5 days a week for $987. I didn't even look. I just seen the 5 days a week, $987, and knew it was a bad contract. I wouldn't even waste my time for 5 days a week for $900. So, you know, those are the things that you just pass over, you know. It's not even worth me going out and walking through a facility for $987 and I got to be there, or I got to hire someone to be there 5 days a week. Okay. So, I mean, you just get those. You get the bad contracts just like you get the good ones. But the best thing about it is you get a chance to sift through the contracts. Me and my wife, we worked in our business. We worked in our business for the first 12 months. The first 12 months, me and my wife worked side by side. And then me and my oldest son worked together. But for the first year, it was just us. The second year, we started taking on employees and contractors. We started contracting some facilities out to some people that were already in Jan Pro. And then we just started scaling. We just started scaling and scaling our way out of working every day. Now, don't get me wrong. Some instances, we may go in there and clean. Somebody may call out at the last minute, and you have to go in there and clean with another person. So I'm not saying that I'm not actually hands-on with the business no more. I'm just saying that I only work 4 hours a week in the business. So it may be me physically going in and work, or it may be physically going in and inspecting the facilities. 9 times out of 10, I'm just walking through inspecting the buildings to make sure that everything is tidy the way it needs to be when Monday comes. So, but no, we don't work full time in the inside the business anymore. We just manage the facilities and we manage people. That's all. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay. Freestyles. You're gonna reach out tomorrow. Okay. Sounds good. I talk to my clients. I try to talk to them at least once a month, at least, just to get a gauge of how the service is going. But I kind of delegated that for like weekly. I kind of delegated that to every individual that works our buildings. So they'll talk with them daily or weekly. They build a personal relationship with the office managers, And I teach that anyway. In each building, I have someone, a point of contact that builds a personal relationship with the office manager. That way, they can email them if something is, or text them if something is going wrong, and I don't have to be involved in the day to day. They normally reach out to the person that's actually working the building to make sure if they had an issue or anything, they would reach out to them to make sure that, hey, this is what transpired. We need you guys to come and fix it. Normally, once it gets to me, they couldn't get in contact with the person that was the point of contact. But normally, I always have somebody that's managing them buildings to be the point of contact with the office manager. That way, they can exchange their personal cell numbers, and they can contact each other if something is happening. That works better for me, especially when holidays come around. Instead of them always trying to get in contact with me, they can contact the person that's actually servicing their facility. So, Patrick Holiday, when I started my Jam Pro business, the equipment came with the package since I bought it outright. Now, with that being said, me and my wife started Jam Pro in 2016. I don't know if they no longer do that. I'm hearing a lot of people say that they're having to purchase their equipment separately from their package, which is about $900 for the equipment, or they can get it financed as well. But when I started, when I paid my first contract in full, that assured me that I got my equipment in full with it. So the equipment that you got is garbage. Other than the trash can, other than the backpack vacuum, you might be right. You might be right. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know what equipment they give you now, so I can't tell you. I know back in the day, we were given the Rubbermaid mopless mops, pack of rags, some spray bottles, and then the chemical.